Last video we started with introduction to hydrocarbons. In this video we will discuss the nomenclature and isomerism in hydrocarbons. IUPAC nomenclature. The IUPAC name of the compound consists of three parts: prefix, root word, suffix. The root word denotes the number of carbon atoms in the longest continuous chain of the molecule. The suffix denotes the functional group present. So here we have primary and secondary suffixes. Primary suffix denotes whether the compound is a saturated compound or unsaturated hydrocarbon. The secondary suffix denotes the functional group, that is whether it's an alcohol or aldehydes or ketones or acids, etc. This suffix should be written after the root word. Then the prefix denotes the group or the substituents present in the molecule. It should be written before the root word. For example, if you take alkane series, the general molecular formula is CnH2n plus 2. If you put n is equal to 1, we will have CH4. Since the number of carbon atom is 1, the root word is meth. And since it's a saturated hydrocarbon, we have ANE as the suffix. So this ANE is the suffix, which is a primary suffix, which is written after the root word. If you have aldehydes or ketones or alcohol, then E should be removed and substitute with secondary suffix. Since we have only hydrocarbon, that is alkene series, we have only ANE as the suffix, which is written after the root word. So for this CH4, we are getting the name as methane. And here we have the number of carbon atoms in alkane series and their root word and the IUPAC name. So if you put n is equal to 1, we are getting CH4, the name is methane. N is equal to 2, number of carbon atoms will become 2, so ethane. If n is equal to 3, then C3H8 is the molecular formula, so the name is propane. 4 carbon atoms if you have butane, 5 means pentane, 6 hexane, 7 heptane, 8 octane, 9 nonane, 10 for that dec is the root word and the name is decane. So for 10 molecules we have given. Now here in this compound, in this tabular column, the first member and the second member, they differ by a group called as CH2. Because we have CH4, here C2H6, 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen is the main difference here. So we have each member differ from the next member by a group called as CH2, which is called as methylene group. Now here the first 3 members, these 3 members, they will have only one structure. For methane, CH4. For ethane, C2H6 is the molecular formula, structural formula CH3CH3. For a propane, C3H8, the structural formula is CH3CH2CH3. So only one structure is there for first 3 members. From this 4th member, we will have more than one structure. So we can write isomers from this compound. For example, for C4H10 we can write 2 structures that we will discuss now. So first you take molecular formula, structural formula, bond length formula, common name, IUPAC name. So you take C4H10. For this we can write 2 structures. One is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, a straight chain. Next we have one branch. So like this also you can write. In both the cases we have the same molecular formula C4H10. So this is a straight chain and this we have a branch. So these 2 comes under chain isomerism. So these 2 are chain isomers. So now we can write the bond line formula for this one. So you take first CH3, CH2, you can draw a line. So this end is CH3 and this end is CH2. Now this CH2 is connected to this CH2. So you draw another line. So we are getting CH2, CH2 line. So this is CH2, another one CH2. And this CH2 is this one. So from here you have to draw another line. So you are getting this CH3. So this corner we have this CH3. So this end point we have CH3, in the middle these 2 join, they will have CH2. So this is how you have to draw the bond line formula. Now for this one we can write like this. So here CH3, CH. So this corner we have CH3 and this corner we have CH. From this CH we are getting CH3. So this one is CH3. Now from this CH we have CH3. So you can write CH3. So these 3 points we have 3 CH3. So here, these three. So in the midpoint we have CH. So this is how you have to draw the bond line formula for this compound. Now the name of this compound is, this is a straight chain. So we have N-butane. N stands for normal. IUPAC name simply butane. Here for this compound, second one, we have a branch in the second carbon atom. So here the common name, this group we call it as iso. Similar groups are attached to this carbon atom. So we have iso and 4 carbon atoms. So isobutane. IUPAC name, the longest chain is this 3-1. This is the longest chain and we have a branch in the second carbon atom. So the second carbon contains methyl group. So 2 methyl. And then the main chain contains 3 carbon atoms, so propane. So 2-methyl propane. So here the but is the root word, an is the suffix. Here this one is the prefix and this one is the root word and this one is the suffix. So you have prefix, root word and suffix. Now for the next member, C5H12. For this we can write chain like this, a straight chain. 5 carbon atoms can be in the straight chain, or you can have a 1 branch with 5 carbon atoms or 2 branches with 5 carbon atoms. So these are the possible chains we can write. Now you fill it with hydrogen. For this carbon, 1 valence is satisfied, the remaining 3 CH3. For this carbon, 2 satisfied CH2. For this carbon, 2, so CH2. For this also CH2. For this carbon, only 1 valence is satisfied CH3. So check whether this carbon gets 4 as the valency. So carbon valence is 4. Similarly here, for this carbon, only 1 valence is CH3. For this carbon, only 1 valence is CH3. For this carbon, 3 valencies are satisfied. So only 1. So here CH3, but here we have CH and CH2. Similarly here when you see here CH3, 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 because these 4 carbon atoms, they have valency 1 satisfied. So remaining 3 valency you have to satisfy with hydrogen. So this is the structure for this one. For middle carbon we have 4 valency. So we need not to write hydrogen here. Now you have to write the bond line formula for this one. So you can start from here. So first you draw one line. So this point we have here. So connected to CH2. Then this CH2 is connected to this CH2, this line. Now this point is CH2, this CH2. Now this CH2 is connected to this CH2. So you draw like that. So this point is this CH2. Now this CH2 is connected to this CH3. So you draw another line. So this point is nothing but this CH3. So this point and this point, they are CH3. Middle we have CH2, CH2, CH2. So this is the bond line formula for this one. So here for this branched one, you start from CH3, then you have CH. And this CH is connected to CH3. So you have one line here. Now this CH is connected to CH2. So this point we have CH2. CH2. Now this CH2 is connected to CH3. So here CH3. So this point and this point. So they are CH3. Then here we have CH and here we have CH2. Now this is the bond line for this one. Next we have for this one, we start with CH3. So this CH3 and this is C. And this C is connected to down one CH3 and up one CH3 and another one CH3. So 4 CH3 points. So this point and this point and this point. So 4 CH3 we have. In the middle you have C. So this is the bond line formula for this compound. So for this one, how to name? For this one, a straight chain. How to name this compound? So straight chain. So 5 carbon atoms. So you can write N-pentane. IUPAC name pentane because 5 carbon atoms. So pent is the root word. An is the suffix. For this compound, common name we have this iso group. Similar groups attached to this carbon atoms. 2 methyl groups. So it is iso and 5 carbon atoms. So isopentane. IUPAC name, second carbon we have methyl group. So 2 methyl and the main chain, this main chain contains 4 carbon atoms. So it is butane. So 2 methyl butane is the IUPAC name for this compound. For this structure, Common name, we call it as neopentane. IUPAC name, this is the straight chain we have and two branches in the second carbon atoms, two methyl groups. So we can write it as 2,2 dimethyl. First you write this one, and then the main chain contains 3 carbon atoms, so propane. So 2,2 dimethyl propane is the IUPAC name of this compound. So here this 2,2 dimethyl is the prefix, prop is the root word, ane is the suffix. Similarly here, so 2-methyl is the prefix, but is the root word, and ane is the suffix. Now these three structures, they are the chain isomers. So here this is straight chain, a branch, and as well as branch. So these are the chain isomers of C5H12. So totally 3 chain isomers are possible for this molecular formula C5H12. So this is about some of the compounds with their structural formula, common name, and IUPAC name. I will write the IUPAC name for some more structures. For example, you take this one. First you select the longest chain. The chain must be a continuous one and the longest one containing more carbon atoms. So this can be the longest chain. We can take this also as the longest chain because it also contains 5 carbon atoms, but this both are the same. So you can take this as the longest chain, and we have 2 branches attached to this longest chain. And do numbering. We have number 1, 2, 3, 4 from left to right. If you start from numbering from right to left, there is no change because we are going to get 2 branches in the second and fourth carbon. So there is no change if you start numbering from the right side for this compound. Now we have the second and fourth carbon, we have 2 methyl groups. So we can write it as 2,4 dimethyl. And this acts as a prefix because they are substituents. Then we have to go for the root word and the suffix. Root word, since we have 5 carbon atoms, pent is the root word, and suffix, since it's a saturated hydrocarbon, so pentane. So 2,4 dimethyl pentane is the IUPAC name of this compound. Next you take this one. The longest chain must be this one. It contains 8 carbon atoms. But if you take this one, which contains only 7 carbon atoms, so it cannot be the longest chain, but it's a continuous one, but it's not the longest chain because it contains only 7 carbon atoms. Now if you take this one, it contains 8 carbons and continuous one, but there is no change between this chain as well as this box which is represented in the box. So we can take this box as the longest chain. Now it contains 8 carbon atoms. Do numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, total 8 carbon. And here in the second carbon and in the 7th carbon we have 2 methyl groups, and the 5th carbon we have 1 ethyl group. Since we have different substituents, you have to arrange them in the alphabetical order. So first you have to write the substituents or groups attached to the chain. Then you have to go to the root word that represents the number of carbon atoms, and then suffix. So in the prefix we have different groups we have, or different substituents we have, so arrange them in the alphabetical order. So here in the 5th carbon we have ethyl group. So you can write first this one. So 5-ethyl. Because ethyl should come first, E should come first. All these things I have discussed in the earlier videos. I will give the link in the description box and go through it. And then the 2nd and the 7th carbon, they will contain methyl groups. So since we have 2 methyl groups, we can write it as dimethyl. So 2,7 dimethyl. And the longest chain contains 8 carbons and it's a saturated compound, so octane. So 5-ethyl 2,7 dimethyl octane. So oct is the root word, ane is the suffix. So ane is the suffix, and this 5-ethyl 2,7 dimethyl is the prefix. So this is how to write IUPAC name. You'll see how to write structure and formula from IUPAC name. For example, you take this one, 3-ethyl 2,3 dimethyl pentane. Whenever you write the structural formula, you start from the parent hydrocarbon. Here we have pentane as the parent hydrocarbon. So you write 5 carbon atoms in this way, and then we have to go number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number it like this. Then you go to prefix, that is substituents. So here in the third carbon you have ethyl. So you take the third carbon, so 2 carbon atoms, right? And then second and third carbon we have 2 methyl group, dimethyl. So second and third carbon we have 2 carbons, you write like this. Now you have a carbon skeleton. Now you fill up with hydrogen. So in the first carbon you have only 1 valence is satisfied, CH3. Second carbon 3 valences are satisfied, CH. For this carbon all the 4 valences are satisfied, so you need not to write any hydrogen. For this carbon 2 valences are satisfied, so CH2. For this carbon only 1 valence is satisfied, so CH3. Now here we have this carbon and this carbon, 1 valence is satisfied, so CH3. Now for this carbon only 2 valences are satisfied, so CH2. For this carbon only 1 valence is CH3. So you have to fill it with hydrogen like this. This is how you have to write the structural formula. You start from parent hydrocarbon, then you go to the substituents and the functional groups. Then it will be easy to write the structural formula. So this is about the nomenclature and IUPAC, that is isomerism, I have discussed in this video. Next video we will go to preparation. Thank you for watching.